Namaste. I thought I would bring you a little bit of evening restorative yoga on the beach. It's the only quiet place that I can find. There's no shade at all. I've put a little fan on top of my phone and fingers crossed everything's nice and secure. Please make sure that you have to hand your cushion, your pillow and anything else that you need. The asanas are going to be held for probably about 3 minutes. I've chosen some of the best asanas that will serve you really well after quite an intense new moon and an eclipse, 7 planets that are all in alignment. They are going to knock every single emotion in our body. So let's just give yourself, please make sure everything is on silent. No one is going to disturb you. You have half an hour of just peace. Okay, peace and quiet, silence. Hopefully you'll hear the waves in the background. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Come and take yourself into Balasana. Balasana is where the knees are wide. If you have a cushion or a couple of pillows, I want you to really place them in front of you, quite high, where you are just hanging out. You don't have to come all the way to the floor, but of course if that's what makes you very comfortable, then please do. But I would prefer it if you find lots of layers that protect your tummy, your chest, and you're in 3 minutes of amazing Balasana. So close the eyes, settle into the pelvis, relax through the head, and breathe. Every now and again you'll be able to hear the waves. The wave comes, the wave goes, the breath comes and the breath goes. I'm choosing to do the majority of this restorative class in a high percentage of silence, where you can just hear the external noise that's currently going on in my world, and see if we can bring that a little bit into your world. Extend through the arms, relax into the chest and belly. Please see if you can tap into every time that your body goes into an out breath. I'd like you to sink into the asana with a little bit more focus. Deepening into the asana where it's a little bit tight, a little bit aggressive maybe on some ligament pull-ins. So I'm staying in Balasana, but just hooking the arms over to one of the sides where you can feel this is now going deeper into the rib cage. And again, with all your restorative poses, don't rush to get into the perfect asana. Take your time. You'll feel it. You'll feel it when it just starts to melt into a little bit of more released fascia on the muscles. This is where you have to find patience now for being still and at peace. So if you've chosen to go into a half crescent moon, let's change sides. Come on to the other side, feel it, different side of the body. Relax, release into this. This new moon that we've experienced is quite harsh on our emotional centres. Stay in your asana if you can. It digs quite deep into some emotions that you have gone through or are going through, and it brings them to the surface like little crabs. They come up to the surface to breathe, and they decide whether they would like to come out of their shell, whether they want to dig a little bit deeper. Only you'll know if you're ready for that. From your crescent moon twist, come back into the centre. Now please give yourself time just to come up on all fours, and you might decide that you need to move into the legs. You might need to move into the back. Whatever you decide to do, just feel your way through your body. Such a lovely side of the island. So when you're ready, we're going to go in to thread the needle. Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on this phone. Every now and again we get a big gust of wind. And although I've secured it, you never know. You never know what happens when it's live. So, coming in to thread the needle, you can decide to lift up through the buttocks. I'll go side on. You could come down into the chest and just securely get the shoulder underneath. Use a little cushion and rest the temple just on the side of the cushion. Now if your hips are a little bit more flexible, you may decide to take the knees wider again. And again, the cushion is really, really beneficial. So you're not hooking down into the neck and causing a second degree of an injury or a discomfort. So choose to thread the needle and have a cushion or a pillow that's going to support your side of your neck. So if my cushion was here, then I'm relaxing. I can either extend my other arm or bring it close to you. So thread the needle for me, I haven't got my cushions or pillows out here because of course it's the sand, but I will make do with whatever I can. I can make a sand pillow. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit of wide supine. So whilst you're enjoying the release of the shoulder, the supine twist is about your internal organs. What's going on with those, especially when the body has to process any emotion that rears the adrenaline into stress and anxiety, worry, frustrations. They're all under the umbrella that depletes part of the body. So whilst you're in that beautiful little twist, feel that you're breathing into the back of the body. Nourish the back of the body. The back of the body is where all your past gremlins sit. The problems in the shoulders and the neck. Maybe the back has issues of tightness, it affects your posture. Maybe going into the sacrum and all around the pelvic region. All I want you to do is just breathe some peace into these areas. Beautiful. And if, and please only if, the body feels it's ready to surrender into something a little bit deeper, then feel your way round that little thread the needle. We're only here for another 30 seconds. enjoying that moment. Just turning away from the sunshine. The sun is still very high up in the sky, but it's on its way down. Half an hour ago I would not have been able to sit out in the sunshine without shade. So there's definitely an element of coolness. It's probably only 30 degrees rather than 35. So in your thread and the needle, I want you to come out of this slowly. So you bring your arms back in. Whether you want to come up into a downward facing dog, whether you want to just move into the shoulders and free up any tissue, any ligament twisting. Beautiful. And of course you've got two sides. So are you ready to come into the other side? Perfect. So decide, do you want to drop down into the chest? Do you want to nestle into very low balasana first? Get your cushions and pillows ready. And then I'm going to tuck the shoulder under, fully extend through the other arm, or bring it back into you. And again, please choose an asana where you feel that you're getting a little bit of a lower back twist, but not just a lower back twist. You feel like your shoulder is being tucked under and it's being supported. Island life. Keep breathing. Hear the waves. The waves are coming and going. Your breath is coming and going. Such a tranquil. It's just the sound of the waves. It's ever so nourishing. Just a few more breaths on this side. Start to bring the arms back in together. Please, there's no rush when you bring everything in. Have that little move around into the shoulders, making sure that everything feels like it's had a little nip and a tuck. Perfect. One of the asanas which is quite apt, seeing as I'm on the beach, is the starfish. And we're going to stay down. So I'm going to turn so you can see the head and the length of my body. So can you see me? So the legs are wide, the arms are wide. I want you to imagine that you're breathing through the portals of each hand individually. We start with the left. Breathe in through the portal of the left palm to the left shoulder. And breathe out and release. Breathe in through the right palm. And breathe out to release. Take a breath in through the left sole of your foot. Exhale to release. Breathe into the right portal of your sole of your right foot. And release. Please just give yourself a moment here to settle through the pelvis. And if you have enough cushions and pillows, I really want you to fold them under. Bring your legs into a width distance of your hips. Bend into your knee joints. Have a little rock from one side to another. And I'd like you to place as many pillows, cushions, blocks underneath your pelvis. So it pushes you up, but it holds you into place. I want you to feel that you're restored and held. If your buttocks drop and your hips have dropped, it's not pushing you into the traumatic release that we're looking for. So please find as many cushions or pillows underneath you, and then just let your arms be. Beautiful. So the pillow should be giving you enough support where you feel that you've been driven up quite high, and it's a really nice feeling. It's like where you can just let your pelvis go, knowing it's supported. Which in life, you need somebody that's around you, that's got your back while you're releasing trauma. Whether you need to speak to someone confidentially, whether you just need to spend time with somebody, a good friend, and every now and again you talk to them. Can I talk to you about X, Y, and Z? And just feel that you've got support. Okay? Everybody needs somebody. There's a song there. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to love. Not necessarily to love, but to support you. I'm always here if you need somebody. Close the eyes, maybe change the way that the shoulders are. If your shoulders are out, maybe bring them in a little bit. Tuck them underneath so the chest now feels like it's being expanded. The chest is the meridian pattern or the meridian line of where all our sadness and grief sits. So whilst you're going into a push-up into the pelvis release, why not introduce that little release into the clavicle, all around the collarbone, and just feel a double release. It doesn't have to be instantaneous. It's going to help you through your journey of the next couple of days, especially after the moon and all the planets. The planets are right above you. They're going to be delivering you a delicious box of chocolates. Let's just say that. Beautiful. Now in your bridge pose, you have a choice. You can stay there for the next 1.5 minutes, or draw your knees in towards your chest and just let your legs elevate. If you find that your cushions or your pillows are a little bit in the way, take all of your cushions and pillows away and just let your legs and your arms lift. This is incredibly refreshing for the leg circulatory system, any water retention, sleep issues. Absolutely beautiful. I actually feel like I'm on a mini motorway. There's a beautiful set of beach bungalows right in the corner where the monkeys are. And instead of people walking, they get on their little motorbikes. It's only tuk-tuks, mopeds and legs. That's all that's allowed on the island. So stay where you are, let your legs float. Come in to see what you're doing. It's very nice, I must say, doing beach restorative in my bikini with my just beach walking top. I hope you don't mind. So please, just under 1 minute with the legs floating. If your eyes are not closed, close your eyes. Listen to the waves. And allow your heavy legs just to find lightness. And breathe. Take one long deep breath in. Pull the knees into the chest and have a move around. Have a rock from left to right. Move the ankles, the feet, the toes. Move everything around. Somatically just shift whatever you've released in the body. So I'm going to go side on so you can see what I'm doing. Sand everywhere. So you've been in your bridge pose and you've been with your legs in the air. So now I'm just going to bend my knees and rock the legs from one side to another. Trying not to get too much sand in my hair because I have washed it today. So my current view is blue sky with 15 eagles flying over me. So allow the arms to be out. And next time the legs drop to one side, I want you to find a supine twist. The twist comes from the waist. Where do your legs need to be where you're going to get a really deep twist? You can bring the knees together and you can bring the knees all the way up. Choose to just rotate into the legs and take the legs apart from each other. So remember, this is your supine twist. Make it work for what ailments you have in the body. Nice little background bodies. The extension of the arm needs a little bit of help here, so you can twist, flatten and release. Now my knees are currently going to the left, which means that my head and my focal point is to the right. Please, if you feel a tremendous pull on the outside lateral part of your thigh and it's not ready, please place a cushion between your knees. I have got a bikini on underneath. And with any restorative asana, feel the body breathing, but when you breathe out, please make a conscious effort to try and direct it to the areas of tightness. And then you give yourself that little bit of time for your deep stretches. What are you really holding on to? Sometimes when the body has a little bit of trauma, you can feel yourself tensing into that particular area. Just a couple more breaths. please. There's no rush to return to the center. You only do so when you are ready. And again, the body needs a continual rock from one side to another. And when you decide that you're ready to stop to the other side, it's tea time, everybody's going home. Find that beautiful lift in the upper back. Twist are both shoulders flat. Please, if they're not, you have a cushion or a pillow to rest your arms on, and then slightly just let your head drop. Beautiful breeze. Maybe tonight, make it the night where you go to sleep with the sound of the ocean. Download something on your phone. It's ever so therapeutic. Just under 1 minute to go. Is there anything in the body you truly are releasing? Is it tightness in your lower back? Or the hips and the glutes starting to feel a bit happier? Before we move the legs and you're ready to take a breath in, reach both arms up to the ceiling. Your legs are over to the right, take both arms over to the right and give that body a little hug squeeze. And again, please, no rush, this is your time in. You only come up when you're ready. Bikini everywhere. Apologise. Oh, I wish you were here with me, beautiful people, to experience this live. Take a moment to sit with your body. Restorative is like those afternoon naps that you know that you need, but you never make time for. If you need to just spend a little bit more time relaxing, please do. I'm going to turn the camera around so you get to see my last, or your last, sunset. Are you ready? Now it's not quite a sunset right now, so it's still in the sky, but I think you get the feeling.